Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the vintage style pearl drop earrings. Now today I'm going to be using some lovely pearls from Preciosa, and I have a beautiful pear down here, and I have a round that I'm going to pair with my pear. So the pears down here, these are actually 15 by 8 millimeters, and I'm going to be using a 12 millimeter round. However, we do have other sizes of rounds for a different look, so you can use a 10, an 8, or for something a little bit more delicate, maybe a 6 or a 4. So we do have that available at beadaholique.com. Now today I'm going to be using some sterling silver findings. So I have my hooks here, and then I have some 3-inch head pins, and I'm going to show you how we're going to incorporate that into our design. Now for tools, you're going to need a pair of round nose pliers. You're also going to need a pair of flush cutters. You're going to need a pair of chain nose pliers, and you may or may not need to use some nylon jaw pliers, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and start there. I'm going to bring in my nylon jaw pliers and my chain nose pliers. Now because these are especially long head pins, you can see that mine are fairly straight. They have a little bit of a curve to them, but that's okay. I'm going to use my nylon jaw pliers to straighten out my head pins. So I'm going to grip it close to the bottom there of the head, and then just kind of run my nylon jaw pliers along to straighten out any little kinks. And you can do that a couple of times if you need to. Sometimes, just when they're super long like that, they can get a little kinked. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and now set these aside. And now let's go ahead and start our design. So go ahead and pick up one of your head pins, slide on one of the pairs and let it fall all the way down to the bottom there. Come in with your round nose pliers, and what we want to do is we just want to bend that backwards, and then you might need to adjust your pliers a little bit, and we're going to wrap it around, move our pliers, and bring that wire across to create our simple wire loop. Now you can go ahead and remove your round nose pliers and come in with your flush cutters and trim that off. All right, so now we can set that little component aside, and I'm going to be doing both of these at the same time, so you'll see how they are going to come together. So you can see that step one more time here. Go ahead and string on your pearl, come in with your round nose pliers, bend that wire backwards just a little bit. And I just adjusted my pliers to get the right size loop, bringing it down and over, rotating, and bringing that across. And just trimming that wire. All right, beautiful. So now I have two little scraps of wire, and especially when I'm working with sterling silver, I don't want to waste too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually convert this into an eye pin. So I'm going to grip it right into my little round nose pliers there, and I'm going to curve it around and just rotate, rotate, rotate until it touches just like so, just like that. And then I can come in with my pliers and just bend that backwards to create a nice little eye pin. So now I'm going to flip that over, string on my pearl, let that fall all the way down to the bottom, and we are going to be doing another simple wire loop. So this is a very simple style, but I think it's really effective, and you'll see it come together here in just a moment. So again, there's my simple wire loop. And now you can see that we have a much smaller piece of scrap wire, which I always appreciate. Okay, now let's come in with our chain nose pliers, and we're going to grip that little loop there and bend it backwards just to open it ever so slightly. And now we can slip on our earring hook, close this up, and now we're going to move to this side here. Now we already have our little closed loop there, so let's go ahead and let's actually open the loop of our little pear down here, just ever so slightly. And let's hook that on and close that up. All right, so let me show you that one more time. So we have our large scrap here, and this is where you're going to grip with your round nose pliers and curve, 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 curve. And this is a 22 gauge that I'm working with here, so it's nice and soft, but it's still going to be strong enough to support our pearl. All right, and let's slide that on. And now again, just coming to the top of our pearl, let's create that little simple wire loop at the top. bring that across. There we go. Now you can make your loops larger if you want to, if you kind of want to go for a certain style like that. I fully encourage it. All right, now let's open this little loop here and slip on our earring hook and come in and just close that little loop. If you're having trouble closing your loop, you can use the round nose pliers there as well. I find that the 22 gauge is soft enough that it kind of just works for me. And coming in and closing that up. So now you can see that we have this really pretty vintage style earring here. It's that really classic round with a drop. And we have so many different colors to use with this. If you're not wanting to use sterling silver, you can use plated, of course. We also have some beautiful gold-filled findings for you as well. So if that is more your color palette, please do that. You can get all of these supplies and see even more tutorial videos by heading over to beadaholique.com. And if you're new to our YouTube channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button below to get all the latest from Beadaholique.